Hello, this is Alice, or RPQXYN on DeviantArt.com. I'm going to try to keep this tutorial short and to the point. Not too much rambling, hopefully. So that you can see what you want to see without listening to someone talk and preach about whatever they want to talk and preach about because they know they have your time. So, in this tutorial, I'm going to teach a cool, fast way of coloring in line art. So, maybe you already know this, very plausible, but I didn't, and maybe there's a faster way, but at the moment, I'm just going to do a tutorial on what I know. I sound very defensive right now, I'm sorry. This is the 8th time I've made this video. Anyway, so, I have my line on one area, I have my layer I'm going to be working on, and I have my white background also on another layer. I have my layers that I'm not going to work on locked, because, you know, don't lock your layers, something bad's going to happen. So I'm zooming in. I'm going to select all the areas I want to color in with a flesh tone. Got the neck, boobs. Oh, didn't get that area. Okay. Now, I go down to my second layer and I take my skin tone. And I color it in. Now, I know people who are very familiar with Photoshop are wondering, Alice, what the frickin' are you doing? Because if you zoom in, you're going to see these nasty little white lines. And although they aren't horribly obvious with this skin color, and since I'm drawing my character Beef, I'm going to lighten her up because she's me and we're both ridiculously pale, they still aren't horribly obvious. But you know they're there, I know they're there. And with darker colors, it's going to be much more obvious. So here's the trick that I didn't see anywhere, so I feel like it's my trick. So, go onto your layer. You click open the layer style, and you're going to want to select stroke. Now you notice that it automatically changes to black, and it makes all the lines very jaggedy. Not very pleasant. You're going to click on the color, and you're going to choose the skin type color. But you see how it smooths it all out? But if I were to choose a different color like blue, or here's a good one, red, you can see the red. You can even kind of see the red from far away. It's just not very appealing. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the skin color, press OK, and sometimes, depending on how pointy some areas are, that select tool just can't get in because you didn't draw it big enough, and it's understandable why you wouldn't draw something big enough because it takes up so much space. What we're going to do here is we're going to go to 7 pixels, and it will fill in some of those areas. You can't go too big. Like if I were to go to 51, it would fill in everything. But if you go down to like maybe 7 or 8, it'll nicely fill in something. Press OK. Now here's where it gets a little obnoxious. Now everything I draw is going to have this peach layer around it. That's okay for filling in some of these areas. Oops. Filling in some of these areas. It's not a perfect technique, but I think it cuts out time, or at least it makes things feel faster. And this is pretty good. This is alright if you're in a hurry to get things done. Anyway, we're going to open up a new layer directly beneath the colored one, and we're going to press Command E. I use a Mac. It might be something else on another program. So we have our flesh color. I'm just going to draw in the lip color. Boop, 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 boop. Brrr. And that looks good. So, we're going to go back to the hair. We're going to select all the wibbly wobbly hair pieces. Boop, doop, doo. Wow, check, wow, wow. If you hear any weird noises in the background, it's my cat. Ignore him. And then we're going to select the hair color. It's a little red, but we're going to brown. Okay. The cat and the dog are fighting now. Alright, now, since this is a darker color, you can even see it more so here. So we're going to click on the layer. We're going to go to stroke. We're going to select color, the hair color, press OK. Move it up to 8 pixels. And then we're going to go Command E onto our skin layer. You can keep all these things separate, of course, but I like to merge as many layers together as I can, if possible. At least my computer, although is pretty fast, can take some abuse and some mucking about. I don't want to torture it. Alright, so now we have that. And now lastly, we're going to color in the really low-cut booby-wooby shirt. Doop-a-doo, doop-a-doo. Again, make a new layer. Select your color. I'm just choosing colors off to the side. Zoom in. Ah, see? Look at that. Look at that. It's all white. Stroke. Color. Select. Pixels. 8 seems to be working fairly well with this size. I think this... Oh, no, there's a little white corner right there. Anyway, Command E. Fill in your little white areas. And you're good to go. All the colors have been filled in. One neat way to make sure that everything's colored is to color the background black and see if kind of anything popped up randomly. And no, it all looks pretty colored in except for the highlights and the eyes, of course. Again, lock your layers, lock your layers. And yeah, from here you can just go. I like to use the gradient tools. I think this video is already started to get up into the maybe 7-minute range. So I'm not going to fully color this in, but I will attach my ball tutorial that kind of shows my process of doing things. But now, because of this technique I seem to have come up with, I haven't seen it anywhere else, you can totally skip the area of that other tutorial about how to color stuff in fast. Because, in my opinion, and I've tried this on very intricate stuff, how'd the cat get a leaf in the house? I've tried this on very intricate line art at a much smaller scale. Oh my god, he has a mouse. Oh my gosh. Or it is just a leaf. I'm sorry, my cat has... What the hell is that? Anyway, have a good day. I hope this works for you. And if you have seen somebody else do this, please inform me, because I would love to know. Have a good day. Bye.